Hello, everyone. So, if your school or district bought Seesaw for Schools, one of my favorite perks is this skills button. So, what I'm going to do today is I'm just going to kind of walk you through the basics of setting up skills and how to use it. So, what are skills? Let's just start with that. Skills are exactly that. It's kind of like a grade book. I say grade book because you're not going to be giving grades like 98% or things like that. It is based upon numerical numbers. So it's actually perfect for standards-based grading. So what you can do is when a student hands in an activity, whether it be an activity from the activity library that you have pushed out to them, or whether it be from the journal where they're holistically just giving you assignments, reflections, that sort of thing, you're able to go through and you're actually able to click right here on the little cap, and you're able to assign a numerical amount for proficiency to that activity. Just starting right away to let you guys know this, the parents and the student do not see that number. That is just for you to be able to use for your own records, to be able to use for conferences, for IEPs, for report cards. It is data collection on your part and nobody else sees it except for you. So let's just talk a little bit about skills. So going through and doing skills, you can come up here and to the wrench, and we're just going to set up some basics. Ready here? Okay, so you've got a couple things going on. I'm going to skip over the first one, which is manage skills. I'm going to come back to that in a second. But right here, you have the skills rating scale. If you click here, down here, you're able to give as many stars as you want to. So do you want it out of 4 points, 5 points, 6 points? You're able to do that. The default is 4. Okay. And so I had to come in here for my own district and change it to 5 because we use a 5-point standards-based grading system. The skills color scheme seems a little silly, but it actually is super helpful because it helps you visually understand how a kid is doing. So you're going to come and you're going to choose your color scheme. And these are the different color schemes that you can choose from. I prefer the top one. I like my red being my red being a 1 and my 5 being a green and my 3 being a yellow. So I like that. So I'm going to come back here. Okay. And you can I'm going to show you, you can manage the skills from here, but I find it's easier to handle from the dashboard. So I'm going to show you. I'm going to come here through skills. And when I click on skills, I start to get, this is my grade book. I'm able to see my students and how they have done within each section. So what I'm going to do right here is underneath skills, I can add a skill at any point in time. Okay, and so what I'm going to do is I can add a name that I want to use, a quick code. Basically, you'll see they're suggesting the standard number for report cards. I actually use the letters RC and then put in like which number on the report card, your grade level, subject, category, and description. Now, this is good for you to know. If you have Seesaw for Schools and you have an administrator that is managing the dashboard from a school or district level, those people can go in and with a CSV, which is a data sheet, they can upload all of the standards that you want. And you can also, as a teacher, add more on. So I did this for my district. I went through and I added in all of my standards for kindergarten through 4th grade math. That's specifically what we wanted, and all of our report cards. And then I uploaded them. So now every teacher who's using Seesaw sees them. And now they can add in standards for like other things that they want to collect data on. A lot of them are doing it for IEPs. A lot of them are being able to put in their actual goals there and be able to click on those kids and be able to do it. So there we go. That's the information. So then what happens is I'm just going to show you how it would work. So let's say I'm going to go back to journal and I'm going to click on a specific student. Okay, I'm going to click on Remy right here. And what would happen is to grade her piece. Sorry, I had some lag there in my video. To grade her piece just on the fly, what I can do is I can go to my little cap here and click on it. And it's going to ask me to tag a skill. So I can find a skill here. So I am going to just go ahead and click on another one. I'll check this one. And I am going to give her a 3 right now. And I am going to click on it and I'm going to send it off. So that's how you would do it individually. When you create an activity, let's say I'm going to go through and I am going to assign an activity to my students. I am going to go through, just going to take these Lexia ones. What I can do is I come in here and I edit an activity, or it's within my activity, right? I'm making an activity. Down here underneath more options, I can add the skills right away. So instead of adding the skills student by student, when I create an activity and push it out to all my students, I can already tag it with the skill. So then when I get it back, I don't have to find it. I just have to tag it. I just have to say how many stars that they got. So then one of the nice things I'm going to show you is that, back out here. So when I come to skills, you'll see what I have here. This number is a little, you're probably sitting there going, oh, it's a 1, but it's a green. It means I have one piece of data, one activity underneath this standard. And then the color is telling me how well they did. So if this says 3, that means I have 3 activities underneath an angle is measured with a reference. So I would have more than one. Gray means they did not do it. Or if you actually have a number and it's gray, it means that you're in the process of returning it to the student. And so they haven't handed it back in yet. So then when I click on this, I'm actually able to see the specific activity the student worked on and the tag, the skill that is tagged to it. You can tag more than one skill as well. So you could do a report card indicator and a standard and multiple standards to be able to really use this beneficially. So then over here, you're able to go through categories. So when I set up my skills, they asked me if I wanted to put underneath different categories. So for me, I've got my measurement and data, number and operations. So I'm able to look by category how a student is doing. I'm able to look by subject. I'm able to look by specific student. So I can just look at one student going across. This is amazing for a parent-teacher conference. And then I'm able to look specifically by skill. So if I look by skill, it's going to give me all the students and how they're doing. And again, the number is the amount of activities that correspond to that standard. And then the color, that's the dark green, that means that they are at a 5 right now. They are done very well. And it will average it. It will continue to average it, and that color will be based upon the average. So this is just a quick overview about getting you guys ready and listen and figuring out how to use skills. Super powerful. You can also export. It exports to a CSV, which again is a data file that can be brought into Excel or Google Sheets, and it dumps all the data. It's great. It gives you tons of data. If you're really trying to parse out data, it's awesome. I prefer this though, what Seesaw is offering for me for the quick overview, quickly see how kids are doing, see the areas that I need to strengthen. And then the export would be maybe if you're really trying to dig deeply into one child and you wanted to see what was going on. So I hope this was helpful. There's a lot of videos out there explaining further how to use Seesaw for skills, but I just wanted to give you a quick overview on how to get started. Bye.